Hello, welcome to the course on fiber optic communication. Dear students, this is the first lecture of the course, and in this lecture we will talk about basic introduction of this course. So, in order to understand this subject, student must have basic knowledge of semiconductor physics, electromagnetic theory, mode theory of waveguide, and analog communication. The reference books for this course: 1. Optical Fiber Communication by Gerd Kaiser, 4th edition, McGraw-Hill publication. Second book, Optical Fiber Communication by John M. Senior, Pearson publication. And if we talk about the teaching and examination scheme for this course, then there are 4 lectures per week, 2 hours for practical session. The credit of the course is 4. And if we talk about the examination scheme, then there will be a 70 marks end-sem examination and 30 marks mid-sem exam. If we talk about the practical marks, then there will be a 30 marks end semester practical exam, practical viva, and 20 marks internal assessment, and total turns out to be 150 marks. Now let's start with the chapter number 1, which is the overview of the optical fiber communication. The objectives of these chapters are to introduce the optical fiber communication system, to discuss the key advantages of optical fiber communication, and to discuss the applications of optical fiber communication. So basic question that came in our mind: why we are going to use optical fiber communication? Why optical fiber communication? So in today's time, the major demand placed on telecommunication system is for more information carrying capacity, because the volume of information produced is increased day by day very rapidly. मतलब आज के ज़माने में कोई भी टेलीकम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम हो, उस पर उसकी इंफॉर्मेशन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. क्यों? बिकॉज जो इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोड्यूस हो रही है और जो रिक्वायरमेंट है दैट इज इंक्रीज वेरी रैपिडली. स्पेशली फॉर डिजिटल कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम, they require more channel capacity than analog system, and it results in need for higher information carrying capacity. And very important to note, this information carrying capacity is proportional to the channel bandwidth. Information carrying capacity is proportional to channel bandwidth. So in order to increase the information carrying capacity of the system, we need to increase the channel bandwidth. So as we know, the channel capacity C is equal to B log base 2 1 plus SNR. 1 plus SNR. So this is the formula for channel capacity. So from this formula, we can say this channel capacity is directly proportional to bandwidth of the channel. So अगर हमें channel capacity increase करनी है, तो हमें but obvious ज़्यादा bandwidth चाहिए. Okay? So in order to increase the information carrying capacity, we need large channel bandwidth, or channel bandwidth needs to be increased. Okay? However, this channel bandwidth is basically limited by the frequency of the carrier signal. तो हमें अगर इंफॉर्मेशन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी बढ़ानी है तो हमें ज़्यादा बैंडविड्थ चाहिए. एंड बैंडविड्थ जो है दैट इज लिमिटेड बाय, और इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ कैरियर. फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ कैरियर सिग्नल, frequency of carrier signal. तो उसका मतलब ये हुआ कि अगर हमें ज़्यादा बैंडविड्थ चाहिए तो हमें हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी का कैरियर यूज करना पड़ेगा. सो हायर द कैरियर फ्रीक्वेंसी, ग्रेटर द चैनल बैंडविड्थ एंड हायर द इंफॉर्मेशन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ द सिस्टम. सो दिस इज द थंब रूल. In order to increase the information carrying capacity, we need large channel bandwidth, and this channel bandwidth is limited by carrier frequency. Higher the carrier frequency, greater the channel bandwidth, and it results in higher information carrying capacity of the system. So the thumb rule or rule of thumb for estimating the transmission bandwidth is that its maximum value is approximately 10% of the carrier frequency. मतलब जो ट्रांसमिशन बैंडविड्थ है उसकी मैक्सिमम वैल्यू कैरियर फ्रीक्वेंसी के 10%, अप्रोक्सीमेटली 10% होगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ एन इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल यूज 1 GHz कैरियर, then its maximum bandwidth is about 100 MHz. Its maximum value is about 100 MHz. तो बच्चों यहाँ पे एक थंब रूल हो गया कि अगर हमें सिस्टम की इंफॉर्मेशन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी को बढ़ाना है तो हमें चैनल की बैंडविड्थ बढ़ानी पड़ेगी. वी नीड ग्रेटर चैनल बैंडविड्थ. एंड अगर चैनल बैंडविड्थ हमें ज़्यादा चाहिए देन हमें हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी का कैरियर यूज करना पड़ेगा. So the information bandwidth is limited to be equal to carrier frequency or some fractions of carrier frequency. Hence, the carrier wave with high frequency needs to be selected. तो अगर मुझे हायर इंफॉर्मेशन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी चाहिए तो मुझे कैरियर सिग्नल हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी का सिलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. तो अगर हम डिफरेंट जो ट्रांसमिशन मीडिया है उसके बारे में बात करें और उसकी बैंडविड्थ के बारे में बात करें, देन द कॉपर वायर कैन कैरी सिग्नल अप टू दी सेवरल हंड्रेड्स ऑफ किलोहर्ट्ज ओवर दी सेवरल टेंस ऑफ किलोमीटर ऑफ डिस्टेंस. तो जो कॉपर वायर है दैट कैन कैरी द सिग्नल ऑफ सेवरल हंड्रेड्स ऑफ किलोहर्ट्ज ओनली. कोएक्सियल केबल कैन कैरी सिग्नल अप टू several hundreds of megahertz. It carries the signals of several hundreds of megahertz. If we talk about the another communication option, that is radio transmission, which is in the range of 500 kilohertz to 100 megahertz. Microwaves, including satellite channel, operates up to the 100 gigahertz. And if we talk about the optical communication, which use the light as a carrier signal, and its frequency is in terms of 100 to 1000 terahertz. मतलब जो ऑप्टिकल कम्युनिकेशन है जिसमें हम लाइट सिग्नल का एज अ कैरियर यूज करते हैं, कैरियर सिग्नल यूज करते हैं, जिसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी टेराहर्ट्ज में, इन टर्म्स ऑफ टेराहर्ट्ज, दैट इज 100 to 1000 टेराहर्ट्ज. तो हमारा जो रिक्वायरमेंट थी वो ऑप्टिकल कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम में फुलफिल हो रही है. हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या थी? लार्जर इंफॉर्मेशन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी. लार्जर इंफॉर्मेशन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी के लिए क्या चाहिए? ज्यादा चैनल बैंडविड्थ चाहिए. एंड दैट चैनल बैंडविड्थ इज डिपेंड्स ऑन दी और इट इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू दी फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द कैरियर सिग्नल. मतलब अगर फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ कैरियर ज्यादा होगा देन इट बैंडविड्थ विल बी हाई, एंड बैंडविड्थ हाई होगी तो बट ऑब्वियस इंफॉर्मेशन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी इंक्रीज होगी. तो जो ऑप्टिकल कम्युनिकेशन है इसमें जो कैरियर सिग्नल हम यूज कर रहे हैं वो लाइट है, एंड लाइट हैज अ फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ 100 to 1000 terahertz. Therefore, we can say optical system have the largest capacity for information transmission. Okay? and इसीलिए हम ऑप्टिकल कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम यूज कर रहे हैं. इसीलिए हम ऑप्टिकल कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम यूज कर रहे हैं. और ऑप्टिकल कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम में जो हम मीडियम यूज कर रहे हैं, जो मीडियम और चैनल हम यूज कर रहे हैं वो है ऑप्टिकल फाइबर. ऑप्टिकल कम्युनिकेशन में जो हम मीडियम यूज कर रहे हैं वो है ऑप्टिकल फाइबर्स. एंड ऑप्टिकल फाइबर्स आर बेसिकली मेड फ्रॉम दी सिलिका ग्लास, हाई प्योरिफाइड सिलिका ग्लास, एंड इट इज कवर्ड विद दी प्लास्टिक जैकेट. और उसकी जो थिकनेस होती है उसको इट इज as thin as our human hair. It is as thin as our human hair. Okay, so this is the reason why we are going to use optical fiber communication. Now, what are the key advantages of this optical fiber communication system? So one of the advantage is wide bandwidth. As we know, the amount of information transmitted or information carrying capacity is directly related to bandwidth of the modulated carrier, and the increasing of this carrier frequency increase the available transmission bandwidth. And if we compare the optical carrier frequency with the RF carrier, then optical frequency range has usable bandwidth which is 10⁵ times that of the carrier in RF range. मतलब RF जो रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी कैरियर सिग्नल है उसके कंपेयर में ऑप्टिकल फ्रीक्वेंसी की रेंज में, ऑप्टिकल रेंज में बैंडविड्थ 10⁵ टाइम्स ज़्यादा है. सो one of the key advantage of optical fiber communication is wide bandwidth, and because of this wide bandwidth we can able to transmit the data at very high rate. Another advantage is low loss. So optical fiber, which is used as a channel in optical fiber communication, offers lower transmission losses compared to copper cables. In copper cable, the attenuation or signal loss increase with modulation frequency. As the frequency increase, the losses are also increased in copper cable. As compared to this copper cable and other transmission media, optical fiber have lower transmission loss or lower attenuation. So these are the two key advantages of optical fiber communication system. So if we combine these two, wide bandwidth and low loss, then the combination of high bandwidth and low loss of optical fiber communication system means more data can be sent over longer distance. Bandwidth means if the bandwidth is high, then we can send the data at high data rate or more data can be sent, and the loss is low means the data can be transmitted over the longer distance. Okay, so these are the two key advantages of optical fiber communication, and because of these two key advantages we can able to send the data, more data over the longer distance. Now what is this optical fiber communication? So optical fiber communication is method of transmitting information from one place to another place by sending the light through the optical fiber. So in optical communication we are sending the information by use of light, and the medium for communication is optical fiber, and the light is basically electromagnetic carrier wave that is modulated to carry the information. Okay, so as a carrier, we can say as a carrier in optical communication we are using the light, which is the electromagnetic carrier, and the process of communicating in using optical fiber involves following basic step. So first step is creating the optical signal using transmitter. So हमारे पास जो बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन सिग्नल होगा उससे हमें ऑप्टिकल सिग्नल जनरेट करना पड़ेगा. Then this optical signal is transmitted along the fiber, and during this transmission or propagation of the light signal through the fiber, we have to ensure that the signal does not become too distorted or too weak. At the receiver side, we have to receive the optical signal and converting it into electrical signal. So these are the three basic steps involved in optical fiber communication. So at the transmitter, generating the optical signal and transmit it. That signal is traveled through the optical fiber cable, and during this transmission we have to ensure that the signal does not become too distorted or too weak. And at the receiver side, the optical signal, received optical signal, must be converted into the original electrical signal back. So if we look at the basic block diagram of this optical communication system, then optical communication system basically consists of transmitter, which is the optical transmitter, consists of laser dart or LED, receiver with photodetector or optical detector, and the optical fiber cable serve as a transmitting medium for transmission of information from transmitter to receiver. So if we talk about the different blocks, then this information block basically generates the information, and at this point, at the output of this block, the information may be in form of the physical signal, or it may be the physical signal, let's say voice signal. Then electrical transmitter convert this physical signal into the electrical one, and optical source convert electrical signal into light signal, and that light signal is transmitted through this optical fiber cable. At the receiver, optical detector detect that light signal and convert into the electrical signal. So at this point we will get the electrical information signal that is passed through the electrical receiver, which again convert electrical signal into original signal form, which is the physical signal, and which is given to the destination. So this is a simple optical fiber communication link. So in today's class we have discussed about the introduction of this course, that is why we need optical fiber communication and what are the main advantage or key advantage of optical fiber communication, and we also discuss about what are the key elements that are used in this optical fiber communication. So I hope कि आज के लेक्चर में जो हमने डिस्कस किया आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. Let's stop here. We'll discuss about other aspect of this course in our next video lecture. Thank you very much.